What is up, everybody? This is Tarot King. My real name is Braden. This is my business page. I am a tarot card reader. Today's reading is going to be on what is the dark side saying to you. Okay, we have stack number 1 with the Obsidian Psyduck. We have stack number 2 with the Dragon's Blood Skull Crystal. Or stack number 3 with the Obsidian Bat. Okay, again, this reading is going to be on what are the darker powers, the earthly energies, saying to you. Okay, I feel like we're all not just light and rainbows all the time. We need to embrace our dark side and what the dark side is telling us in order to balance our life out. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to show one more time. We have stack number 1 with the Obsidian Psyduck. He was a Pokemon, okay? He's holding his head, he's a duck. All right, stack number 2 with the Dragon Blood Skull Crystal. All right, just get a looky there. And then stack number 3 with the Obsidian Bat, all right? So I'm going to get right into it. This is also going to be a promotion for my page so that maybe other people can, see my skills as is and maybe hit me up if they ever want a reading, all right? But if you like what you see here or hear and it resonates today, please like and follow my page, Tarot King, if you haven't already. And just thank you for trusting me with your tarot reading, all right? So we're going to get into stack number 1 with the Black Obsidian Psyduck. All right. And so I used Gothic Tarot. I used the Disney Villains Tarot. And so I've already pulled y'all's guys' cards. And so we'll get right into it. So I'll just get right into it. So the first card we have is the Knight of Wands with Madame Mim from Disney's Sword in the Stone. We have the Lovers here with Ariel and Prince Eric, and Ursula and her alter ego. I think it was Vanessa. I can't really remember. We have the Lovers card here. We also have the Page of Cups with Smee from Peter Pan, Captain Hook's right-hand man. All right. And then we have at the bottom of the deck, 8 of Swords with Scar. It looks like the hyenas have turned on him, okay? Now from the Gothic Tarot, we have the 9 of Swords, and this was the main main message from the dark side, okay, for pile 1, with the Black Obsidian Psyduck. And as you see, he's holding his head. Typically on the 9 of Swords in traditional tarot, the person is holding their head. So, the dark side could be giving you even dreams, in this moment to balance you out. But ultimately, this is the card of anxiety. Okay, and also it just vibes with this crystal that y'all picked here, again with the traditional tarot. Now look, this was a Pokemon, basically kind of like the Ugly Duckling, but he was a duck. The characters really didn't see his value, but when he evolved, he was a psychic Pokemon. He could blow stuff up with his mind, and he actually had so much gifts that he just hadn't tapped into. Okay, so pile 1, the dark side wants you to tap into your gifts. They see that you're very anxious, okay, and anxiety is not indicative of the truth. Anxiety comes from a place of worry. It comes from a place of doubt and fear, okay, and it's kind of turning you into stone like the gargoyle on this Gothic Tarot. All right, so here's what the darker forces want you to know. We have the Knight of Wands, and as I was taking my smoke break earlier, I watched her song on Sword in the Stone, and she's like, oh, someone sounds sick, how delightful. And she just knows her confidence, okay, and she takes pride in being the disgusting person she is, because she can actually shapeshift. If she wanted to be beautiful, she said, I'd be beautiful, but no, I'm the hideous great Madame Mim. Okay, so some of you guys might be a little introverted like she was, like she didn't even like sunlight, she lived in the forest, and ultimately this is about nighttime here. But with the Knight of Wands, it's the dark forces, the dark side is telling you need to take action in your full sincerity, in your full personal identity. You need to be confident in who you are. You don't need to let these anxieties get you down. The darker side wants you to be confident, okay? And this will lead to true love, okay? And then also, I see that your calling here on this planet has to do with love, because we also have the Page of Cups here. And like Smee in Peter Pan, he was mistreated some of the times, but he didn't let that get to him, okay? Because he was a servant of Captain Hook, and he took delight in serving, okay? He took delight in his role in this world. And so the darker energies, they want you not to be so anxious, okay? They're showing you that you have a whole team around you, and that you are doing your purpose the best you can when you are at your fullest sincerity and greatness. And then, you know, they ultimately see with the Eight of Swords being here that you feel kind of trapped, and you feel like you can't go nowhere. But when you were if you were just to open your eyes, these are self-limiting beliefs, and this is the bottom of the deck. So to me as a reader, it's kind of the conclusion of what the darker side is trying to tell you. You may feel like people are laughing at you, okay, with the hyenas turning against Scar here. But ultimately, they say that you can get out of this predicament by being your authentic self and doing your purpose to serve and love others, okay? You may say, how is the dark side, you know, why would they give me such a positive message, okay? Well, they can't really use you if you're just, the light or the dark can't really use you if you are just, you know, staying inside, and anxious about everything, and anxious about, you know, ultimately what people have said against you, okay? Because ultimately the dark side even sees your potential more than you do at times, okay? So this is the message from the dark side. We got some more tarot cards here. Let's see. Okay, we have the Two of Cups from my second Gothic tarot deck, and then you have the Star. Okay, completely opposite energy than your main message, you know, the Nine of Swords here. And then you also have the Magician. Gifts coming to you, okay, from the dark side is, you know, the unity. Okay, this is, you know, vampiric looking art. The cup has blood and the bats are like yummy. And so ultimately, you be careful, obviously, of energy vampires, but the message here is that you have a purpose and unity, people around you, love around you. And again, they, you know, the fallen angels too, they want you to have confidence, and the lower energies, the darker energies, the ancestors in the underworld, they're like, your ancestors are like, look where you have come from, okay? You are beautiful even in your naked form, okay? So the darker energies with the Star here show me that they want you to be comfortable in your own skin. Okay, again, another card of confidence, just like this Knight of Wands here. It's the first priority is knowing your worth, okay? Knowing that you are beautiful in your most authentic skin, okay? She, again, she can transform into the most beautiful person, but she chooses to stay the great and powerful Mad Madam Mim, okay? She sings a song about it. You can look it up on YouTube. But with this Star card here, stack number 1, the darker energies want you to just be comfortable. They want you to be confident, okay? And then we have the Magician here for what are you manifesting into your life. And this is the card of manifestation, okay? This is the darker, you know, forces are blessing you with this energy. Mercury, the Magician is connected to Mercury in astrology, and Mercury is about thoughts and what you will into existence. So the darker energies want you to, you know, go by your will and know that you can manifest anything when you tap into your will. What is it that you desire in your life is what the darker energies are saying. We also have Devoted Dog here, okay? And it says honesty, loyalty, and dependability. Okay, and just like the dog, it reminds me of even this Page of Cups energy, just because they put Smee on here from Peter Pan. Again, He was, sometimes mistreated. So are dogs, which they shouldn't be, okay? But they have loyalty, okay? They don't care, maybe they have grace for the human mistakes, and they're still gonna love you and just be so happy when they see you. And they're just a beautiful animal spirit to come through to remind you that people love you and you're dependable and you're honest and you're loyal. Okay, so ultimately that's why the darker forces are reminding you. I did get one card from the light. I didn't want to, say it too soon because I don't want this reading to be confusing. From the higher realms, you have the Ace of Cups, okay, from Spirit, from Source. And the Ace of Cups is funny because your main message was, again, the Nine of Swords with this gargoyle. Looks very, dark. And then from the higher realms, you have the symbology of the dove, which is a message of the Holy Spirit, okay? And this cup is overflowing. So much love that you have for others, but you have to empty yourself, okay? And when you empty yourself, you are a vessel of the divine to overflow in your life, okay? And be filled up by the heavenlies, and the heavenlies want to do this for you. But the darker sides are kind of, they're working on your ego a little bit here. Trying to get your, because ego can be good when you balance it, okay? Sometimes you need a little bit of ego to remind yourself just who the F you are. And, your vibe attracts your tribe, but they see that you're trapped. And so that is what ego is for, to remind yourself, of your worth here. But the heavenlies are saying, we got you. You are loved just as you are. You don't have to do nothing. You don't have to be nothing. You are doing your purpose of love here. Okay, so let's see. We also have restraint from the darker side. Okay, this is from the Fallen Angel Oracle, and we also have refreshment. Okay, so the fallen angels here are telling you to restrain, when you've reached a certain level of, how can I say, victory. You want to watch, how far you take it. Okay, because ultimately they see you in this anxious energy with this Nine of Swords, and they want you to restrain yourself. Not that it would take away from your beauty, okay, but they want you to watch where your anxiety takes you further than you have to go. They want you to bring the darker side, wants to reveal to you that you are loved. Even they're like, you are so loved, but you get in this anxious energy about what others think of you, what you think of yourself, what's gonna happen next, what's the purpose of what already happened, and things like that, and just being stuck in that anxiety. Well, the fallen angels are basically saying chill and have a refill. Be refreshed here is what this fallen angel says with Stelios, okay? And we also have what is coming to you from the dark side. We have, first of all, void of course moon, and that's where the moon isn't in a star sign, and it says missing, okay, feeling like you've been, not doing anything, basically like the Eight of Swords right here, not, feeling trapped. Then we have Mercury, which again, it connects to this Magician card here, that it's about thoughts, and it's about communication and communicating and what you speak into existence, okay? Because Mercury is how we communicate, and it says mind here, and this connects with the Magician here. We even have a Mercury symbol down here, right here, at the bottom of this card. All right, so very connected, but you're going from a place of doing nothing to thinking, okay? But then we have ninth house, and this is how we see God in astrology, but also the house of travels. It's ruled by Sagittarius, and you going forward, okay? You following your life path, and it says faith here. Wow, that's completely different than the main message from the dark sides with this Nine of Swords here. It's telling you to have faith and stop being so anxious. Have faith in yourself, but maybe travel a little bit, I'm saying, in y'all's card from the darker side, because they want you to get out of your comfort zone. With this Eight of Swords, you're feeling trapped and you feel stuck, and your darker forces are like, okay, that, time to go forward. Okay, so let's see some more blessings from the dark side. It says perseverance. You may feel like you are getting nowhere, but there are wonderful changes ahead. Don't give up. We have surprise. A disappointment will be followed by a pleasant surprise. An invitation could bring love to those searching. Okay, so lots of love for this pile, for those searching. But there's a surprise, there's a pleasant surprise, and there's like something completely new happening. So Spirit wants you to keep going and preserving. The darkest side is telling you this, that you have a future. And it says you may travel. See, I said something about travel, or host an overseas traveler soon. Either way, great social fun awaits. Okay, the darkest side wants you to party. And it says every day I focus on what is important. Remind yourself that from the darker side. We also have, I teach people how to treat me. Okay, so you're not just going to be walked all over. You need to be confident and not have these anxieties and self-doubt. You need to really be confident in who you are, and then kind of treat people how to treat you. Step into your ego a little bit is what your darker side is telling you. And then we have, I invite peace within myself. I ripple this outwards. We have, I enjoy the serendipity of life. I hope I said that right. The unexpected can be wonderful. They want you to be, instead of being anxious about it, be excited about what's coming next, okay? You have a purpose in this life, and there's all these surprises and good things that the darker angels, the darker side wants to tell you. You're going to be refreshed, so restrain yourself, because you can get into a lower vibrational energy, which that's what these angels are, so they see it too, where you block your own blessings, okay? Even from the darker side. And it's like they're like, want you to be happy about what can come next, what the future is, and all of that. We have fairy magic. Respectfully work with the fairies and elementals to achieve your goals. Maybe do some witchcraft, okay? But ultimately, the fairies to me are kind of like dark angels maybe, but they're a little bit tricky. They want you to, again, believe in magic. We have AWEN, 3 rays of light, balancing male and female energies, peace and harmony. We have successful career, a happy working environment, pay raises and promotions. This is what the dark side is saying about you, that you can manifest. And then we have on target, and we have Sagittarius here, and they're known for being the archers here. And it says follow your ideal life path. All right, so know that you're on this life path for a reason. Even the darker angels see it. Anytime I've done study about dark angels, or fallen angels or demons, they ultimately, they know that what your purpose is, and they'll even sometimes try to convince you that it's otherwise. They'll be like, what makes you think that you can do this, or be spiritual and be, they know what your purpose is, and it's all about deception. And so the thing is, these fallen angels, these dark angels, are telling you, you can get yourself off of your own path by just being stuck, by having these anxieties about those you love, and not moving forward, not having a vacation. They're like, you need a vacation is what it looks like. Let's see what else we have. Okay, we have this crystal here. It says Wolfonite. It says journey, past life, soul contracts. Okay. And it says the journey. Okay, so this is another card that is talking about travel, journey. So the darker side is definitely wanting you to have adventure, go somewhere, do something. Don't just stay stuck in your recliner and be depressed all your life. The fallen angel, the darker sides, I keep saying the fallen angels, but this is a darker, the darkness as a collective wants to reveal to you that there's a journey out there for you. Okay, and it says, journey, past life, soul contracts. It says the journey has only just begun. Wolfonite can travel through your past, present, and future, and opens up communication with the spirit world. It also aids in past life recognition, helping you to see soul contracts that you've made in this lifetime, facilitating the karmic reunion and completing a cycle once the lesson has been learned. Wolfonite is a powerful past life healing stone, resolving gaining magic lost in past lives to be used here and now. So whatever has happened in your past, okay, it's saying that you are maybe even going through some of this because you are breaking karmic cycles, and to go on a journey, to have fun, to stop being anxious, to start putting love into those you care about, you know, unconditional love too. It's breaking these cycles, and we even have Sagittarius, Venus, Mars. I personally have Sagittarius, Mercury, Mars, and Venus, so I vibe with this energy. You know, that life is about going on a journey and experiencing, and it's from the heavenlies. Okay, this is coming from the darker angels. They're like, you ain't even fulfilling your life purpose. You just think you're just gonna stay stuck. So they kind of clowning you. The darker energies, they kind of clowning you. They're like, you know. And they're like, you have some, but they also see your potential. They see that you are this loving person, that you are confident. You can be confident in yourself, and you're gonna just like, with this fiery energy, start to stop looking at the past and start to heal karmic cycles, and that's where, you know, curses are broken, okay, and things like that. When you start to live in the present moment, and you change, you know, you manifest a beautiful future for yourself. And that's what the darker energies are saying. They're like, have confidence, party, love the ones you're with. Okay, we also have these channel from the Rebel deck, both the relationship Rebel deck and the Rebel deck itself. But it says, irritated, eat, cuddle, sleep, repeat. So refresh yourself, okay? People are messy, love them anyway. So many of your cards talk about love here. Family shit is getting on your nerves. Have each other's backs, okay? What the hell are you waiting for? Get that shit done. If you are waiting for a sign, well, here it fucking is. Like, get it popping. Don't fucking force it. Allow that shit to come to you. Shame, regret, and guilt, those are just bullshit. Forgive, let that shit go. Like, it's all bullshit. Let it go. And you are giving away your power, is what your main, you know, your main card was here from this deck. And it says, you are a badass, act like it. And that's what the darkness sees in you. But can you see it in yourself? We'll see. Don't let family shit get to you. You know, don't let people being messy, because, you know, again, you're supposed to love them anyway. You're here, you have a purpose to fulfill that. And again, you know, feeling irritated, maybe because you're hungry, eat something, sleep, get your rest. But the darker energies want to remind you, you are giving away your power. Okay, when you're anxious about these certain things, when you let these people worry you, you know, you're but the fallen angels, the darker side, are saying you are a badass, act like it. Okay. And so let's dive a little bit deeper. We have kayaking, kayaking, experiencing a calling adventure. Another card about journey and adventure. You know, even if you're 50 years old and you feel your body is, you know, getting older, you can go to the movies, you can go out to eat, you can do something to put journey back into your life, okay? And it says mountain climber, conquering a seeker's worry. So getting over that worry is what ultimately the darker side wants to tell you. We also have Ariel, which is funny because where'd it go? It's under all these cards, but let's see. Anyway, you had the Lover's card, which was Ariel and Prince Eric, and this is from my fairy tale deck, so it's very connected here. And it says, have the courage to reveal yourself, okay? And it says, in the story of the Little Mermaid, and it also vibes with the star that I pulled, because again, out of the traditional tarot, she's naked and she's in water and she's purifying. Again, it says, have the courage to reveal yourself. In the story of the Little Mermaid, Ariel makes a deal with the Sea Witch, offering her most valuable asset, her voice, in exchange for legs. It says, this is a trap most women fall into at one point or another, sacrificing their voice in order to be in a relationship. They do not realize that their voice, their truth, is what keeps the man attracted in love. It says, in this card, Ariel has completed her transformation to be fully human and is taking back her power. What did we just talked about even from the Rebel deck. Again, you are giving away your power. You are a badass. Act like it. So like Ariel, you know, the darker energies are reminding you. They're like, your voice is special. You are a badass. You don't have to give away your power. Your darker forces want you to take your power back and do some reflection. And then also on what you hunger for in life. And if you are hungry, eat, like it said over here. Okay, but ultimately this is more of a, what are you hungering for in life? This is the blue, this is a color deck, and blue is associated with the throat chakra and yellow is associated with the solar plexus. So knowing your identity in a situation and speaking from a place of authenticity, because the throat chakra is only blocked by lies, and you know, this is about your confidence and being more confident in speaking that, and you know, knowing you're on your life path, and love is a big part of your life path. Okay, we also got here from the animal spirits. Okay, the bottom of the deck was black bear with guardian, and it says, gentle and wise protector, give me your confidence and power, help me protect the ones I love, awaken my intuition and guide me. So this is an animal spirit from the darker forces, reminding you that, again, you're like a bear. Okay, bears have a duality of ferociousness and being badass and can fight you, or they can be cute and cuddly, right? But this is all about, you know, bears, mama bears. You could be a Cancer, could be a mama, okay? Stack number 1. But ultimately, you are a protector. Okay, we also have geese, another animal spirit of a collective of groups of connections. Okay, and it says inner knowing. So it says goose. It says, you are a brave traveler. Your soul knows the way. Be confident you will achieve your destination. Loyal friends are always with you. Don't worry, you are blessed. Let yourself fly. Okay, so spread your wings. The darker forces see you feel trapped, but it's time to go somewhere. It's time to go forward. All right. We also have, I am a child of nature. My body charges and heals in the mountains, lakes, forests, oceans, and grasslands under the sun and the moon. And it says, you aren't electronic. You cannot plug into a wall and re-energize. Your battery depends on the great outdoors. Don't make the mistakes of letting technology rule your life. Nature is your everlasting cure. Somewhere, some poor, phoneless fool is probably sitting by a waterfall, completely unaware of how pissed off he should be at the world. By Duncan Trussell. All right. All right, guys. Sorry, I was just took a break for a quick second. All right, so let's see. What was the last thing I told you? I don't know, but we're gonna keep going. And we have inspiration. The darker forces want you to be inspired. All right. It says trigger statement. I'm tired of it all. All right. True statement. I find strength in my purpose. So many cards here are talking about your purpose, being inspired. The darker forces are saying, please rest and know that in this stillness, you will find clarity around your purpose here. The need to cope will fall away as you find the question you are the answer to. You're the answer to. Again, they keep going back to you. We have death. The eternal cycle begins here. Okay, death is a very transformative. It's connected to Scorpio energy. Key phrase, I transform. And so that, you know, ultimately, again, the cycle begins here. Where are you going to go from here is what the cards are saying for pile number 1. We also have stretch yourself. It's time to move past your comfort zone and into the unknown. I mean, I can't make this up, guys. There's so many cards confirming the same thing. Your darker forces want you to stretch yourself, to know your potential, to get out of this trap, all right? We also have hope, which this, I think, vibes with the star card I pulled earlier. They want you to hope again. They want you to believe in something instead of, like, being in this anxious little, you know, trap that and fearing. They're like, can you have a little bit of, you know, confidence, please? Okay, but we have hope, and it says anticipation, bright prospects, and wish. So they want you to set intentions. Where do you want to go? We also have cast your nets again. Preparations to come to fruition. It says netcaster. Preparations come to fruition. And that's very crazy because the next card down here is abundance, and this is what the darker forces are saying is at play in your life. And they're like, if you just cast your nets again, preparations come to fruition. Okay, if you try again, okay, do something again, is what they want. We also have direction here, I'm noticing. It says clarify what you're seeking so the path becomes clear. Everything is about the path going forward. The darker forces are like, you have somewhere to be and you can make it. Okay, but then we have follow the white rabbit with curiosity meets opportunity. So much opportunity out there. Following that white rabbit down the hole, whatever that white rabbit may be. Maybe it could be a thought, an idea about a business or something that just seems to spark your interest. But the darker side, okay, for pile 1, don't want you to worry. They want you to know that there's abundance, that know your roots as well here, okay? Where you come from, your ancestors are coming through to remind you how abundant they were, okay? And where you can be, okay? So that was it for pile 1. That was about 31 minutes, okay? And so I'm gonna get right into pile 2 right after a smoke break. I'll be right back. What is up, everybody? This is Tarot King with pile 2 on what are the dark forces telling you. You guys picked the Dragon Blood Skull Crystal. I always have a problem saying that the whole thing, but yeah, it's Dragon Blood and it's a skull. Okay, so y'all's first message is the 6 of Coins from the Gothic Tarot. Okay, and as you see, this woman is grieving someone, holding onto a statue, but they're stone. Okay, I feel like a lot of the people who chose this pile, that you're either grieving someone or someone's grieving your absence, because as you see, the 6 of Coins, in traditional tarot, is about balance. And in this, on this side, we have a grave here and here. I feel like the darker forces are saying that, you're grieving over someone who is stone, who didn't give you the balance, maybe in a connection. Okay, but the main message from the darker powers is life is about balance. Okay, this person could be grieving you. Y'all could be on a break, if it's about a relationship. But other than that, there's a energy of mourning on this card from the darker powers. Okay, and again, the main message is life is about balance. If you had to leave a connection that wasn't giving you what you were putting in, the darker powers are in support of that. Okay, and they want you to know that you need to be a little bit more selfish, is the vibe I'm getting with the 6 of Coins, because I feel like you can be over giving, and the darker powers are telling you again, life is about balance. People need to give to you. Yes, you can give all you want, but ultimately the scales are unbalanced, and the darker powers want you to take back your power and to take back, your energy from a situation where you have been overextending yourself, is the vibe I'm getting. Let's see what else here. So I used both Gothic and other tarot cards. Okay, I used the Disney Villains tarot deck and a couple other ones. So let's see here. And then I also got a message from the light, and we'll get into that here in a second. Okay. But ultimately, mainly this message is about the dark side, okay? What the darkness wants to tell you. But ultimately, this is the main message from the Gothic Tarot, is that life is about balance. And if you've been overgiving, take it back, or at least, take back your energy. If you have been under giving, give a little more. Okay, but life is about balance. And again, I feel someone's missing someone here. All right. And let's see what else we got here. From the other Gothic Tarot, we have Five of Swords, which is about someone pushing you away or arguments. Ooh, that was loud there. Anyway, arguments about, situations. Okay, pile two with my bloodstone crystal. Ultimately, let me turn this down. I think that's turning down. 1 second. It's distracting me. I'm like, not right now. Okay, there we go. I think that should do it. Okay, so the Five of Swords again is about someone like pushing you away or you pushing someone away. And it's like the win or lose card. Like, even if you win, you're probably gonna lose because you're pushing someone away because of the argument or the heartache that happened. Okay, and so I feel like pile two, again, it's about what reflecting that energy. If someone's going to push you to the next level, okay, or argue with you, it's about a balance here. And I feel like a lot of my pile twos, y'all got into maybe some arguments, maybe even about money or the give and take of energy, and the darker powers see that. Okay. We have strength here. The darker powers want you to know that you are so influential, okay? But also that you don't have to bitch slap no one so that your power can be known. Okay, the strength card is Leo energy. It's ruled by the heart chakra and the sun and the fifth house of pleasure. Okay, so the darker angels do want you to pursue your pleasure. Definitely. They don't want you to, live and arguing about who you are. They want you to know you have power. Pile two. The darker energies, the darker spirits, the darker, underworld where the ancestors are who have died, they want you to know where you came from. You are come from lion's blood here, okay? And they see you as so strong, okay? From yes, you've had some arguments. Yes, you've had to learn the energies of give and take, but they see you as learning these lessons and so strong, okay? The darker powers see the lion inside of you. All right, what else? Okay, the bottom of the deck is the Eight of Cups, okay? Walking away from something, walking away from things that are not emotionally fulfilling for you. Let's see what else. We have the Three of Coins. Okay, with the hyenas from Lion King from the Disney Villains Tarot. We have the World. Okay, interesting. We have the Seven of Wands with the evil stepmother, the evil queen from Snow White. Seven of Wands and the Two of Cups. Alright, so the darker forces are saying that you are learning here with the World card. And it's funny because this World card is from the Disney Villains Tarot, and I'm not exactly sure which villain this is, but it looks a lot like the Dragon Blood crystal y'all picked. Alright? But what I see here is the darker powers are showing, that your success comes from collaboration with other people who are like-minded, maybe like these three hyenas from the Lion King, people that make you laugh, but that you are completing a cycle when it comes to working with others. Even again with this, first card here, Six of Coins. Yes, it's about give and take of energy, but it's also about debt, someone lending you money, and then you repaying, keeping that balance flow. It's about money as well. And so, you are learning through these experiences of arguing and pain with the Five of Swords, or trying to win at all costs is the vibe here. Again, you're learning to work with others and that you don't have to bitch slap no one. That, and if you don't think that the darker powers, have influence, that's why Lucifer was cast out of heaven, was because he was the most beautiful angel, and he was made to worship God, and he influenced a third of heaven's angels to fall with him. Okay, so they definitely are saying, you have the same kind of influence. You don't have to bitch slap nobody. You don't have to, argue until everyone's pushed away. The darker forces want you to know you're learning right now. You're completing a cycle, and you are learning to collaborate with others is the vibe. But in that energy, you're also balancing the darker angels and forces want you to stand your ground, to fight for what you know is yours, to be a leader. The Seven of Wands is about, it comes right after the Six of Wands, which is success. And this, being connected to Saturn and Capricorn energy, it's also about success here. And so, the darker forces want you to stand your ground. Don't let other people come against you, because again, this is the Seven of Wands. It comes right after success, and then there's one more wand added, and they see that you are successful. Now people are coming against you and your success here. And then the Two of Cups here is about, again, collaboration. Your partners, maybe a soulmate, okay, standing up for yourself in a soulmate situation or a loving situation. Whatever partnership you're in, your darker forces are telling you to stand your ground and have boundaries, okay? And then whatever doesn't fulfill you, they say to walk away from, whether it be a relationship, a job. Ultimately the darker forces want you to know that you can be successful. Yes, if you have to go on your own journey, but collaborating with the right people, right? And again, to know your influence is here, and that you are a leader is the vibe I'm getting with Leo energy. But ultimately, again, this is all about the give and take, the balance, okay? If something is in balance, then the bottom of the deck from the Disney Villains Tarot is like, you gotta go, okay? You gotta leave it. You gotta leave it behind to find your own independence. So it's kind of about balance, also about introversion and extroversion, and working with the right people. Okay, we also have calcite here. It says amplify, cleanse, and open. It says double trouble. Calcite has a unique optical quality. When you are looking through the stone, it appears double. Calcite can amplify energy for higher awareness and healing, pairing well with other crystals and taking on their attributes to increase their metaphysical abilities. A powerful dissolver, calcite transforms negative energy for release and renewal. It also aligns the chakras, cleansing the aura of toxicity and renewing energy flow. Calcite reminds you that there is always a new beginning. You just have to decide when to start. Okay, so interesting enough, this crystal can pair with other crystals. It can take on their energies. And I see that, ultimately the darker forces are saying to take what resonated with you in certain connections, okay? But also to stand your ground when it comes to your own energy. And as you cleanse yourself, maybe of relationships, of partnerships, of people who you trusted, and now you're like, okay, we're not on the same vibration, to take what is good from this connection is what I'm getting now from this crystal, as I channel the darker energies for pile 2, again, the dragon blood skull. And it says to amplify yourself, to take what you've learned in these situations, because you've been through a lot. With the World card here, you've completed a cycle, is what the dark forces want you to know. But ultimately, you stood your ground in a situation, whether it be relationship, job, whatever. It was a partnership, okay? And again, you had to leave because something wasn't just feeling right. But I'm seeing to cleanse, okay? We also have cleanse here. I have a feeling, I skimmed through y'all's cards a little bit, and I know that cleanse, okay, cleansing came up multiple times. We have it right here, and we have rejection here too. Sometimes they say God's rejection is God's protection, okay? So whatever situation didn't work out, whatever situation you had to walk away from, because you were standing your ground and you had boundaries, okay, that's good. And maybe some things need to be rejected so that you can have a cleanse of who you really are, of what you're doing. The darker powers are definitely, again, wanting you to, I'm keeping this to the side to remind you that this is what they want, you know, balance. Okay. Now, I did get a message from the light here from a different tarot deck. And it's funny because we pulled Five of Swords from the Gothic Tarot, and that came up right in the middle. Okay, the Five of Swords, pushing someone away, being in a conflicting atmosphere. Excuse me, this is the Five of Wands, but both of the fives equally are as troublesome. The Five of Wands represents diversity. Okay, different people have different opinions, and it's not always bad. The Five of Swords is pretty bad. The Five of Swords, you can cut someone with the sword, but with the wand, you know, you can maybe beat someone up, but ultimately you're not going to cut them to death like with the Five of Swords. But both fives are about conflict, okay, and diverse. Everybody has their different opinion. And in this conflict, Spirit wants you to balance. You know, this is from the higher realms, because most of this reading is about the darker realms, but I got a quickie from the light, okay, a quickie from the heavens to just, you know, remind you. Making sure my dog's in the front, okay, but ultimately, that's what this is about. Maybe people fighting like cats and dogs here. Well, Spirit is calling you, first of all, to know this side of you, the Queen of Swords. And then we have the Queen of Cups here as well. So this is embracing divine femininity, okay? We have cleansing here and reject here from the fallen angels, from the darker realms, okay? But, you know, the heavens, okay, are reminding you in this diverse atmosphere that you can speak your mind, okay? You're very logical. Don't get caught up in emotional traumas and emotional manipulation even, okay? But also know that you still have a heart, okay? The Queen of Cups is someone who has, the Queen of Swords is about having logical intelligence and, you know, being able to go by facts and logic. But this is a woman with the Queen of Cups who is emotionally intelligent, okay? Who has social intelligence, who know how people work and what they're thinking, what they're feeling. They don't even have to say nothing. She gets them. She intuitively understands people. She doesn't need logic like this queen right here, but both of them are needed in this diversity, okay? In this diversity, heaven wants you to be able to speak from a place of logic, to be able to speak from a place of facts, but also to understand people. To, and all your understanding, gains some emotional intelligence and how people work and what they're thinking, even in the diversity of, you know, and different opinions and people trying to trip each other up. Know it's all a game, and embrace this duality of logic and social intelligence that comes from the heavens, all right? But again, you know, the fallen angels, the darker angels, again, they see you grieving, they see maybe someone else grieving over you. But again, it's about balance. So maybe this person had to grieve a little bit because they were taking so much from you and not giving anything in return. The scales were unbalanced. And yeah, there was some arguments here. And yes, you've learned some powerful lessons of your influence, and maybe you're cleansing right now as you walked away from a situation. Okay, so I want to read this Eight of Cups from the book. I don't really have to read the book, but I just think that the Disney Villains, here it is. The Disney Villains Tarot Deck Guidebook is just real cool and short and to the point. And since Eight of Cups is the bottom of the deck, I just want to see what it says. Hold on. Where's the cups? Oh, here we go. Okay. So Eight of Cups. Here we go. And it says, Eight of Cups comes forward when a dream once achieved isn't quite as fulfilling as expected. Oh, I like the way they worded that. You worked so hard for this, and now that it's in your grasp, you are still not satisfied. Take some time to think about what it is you really want. Okay, and that's why cleansing. Okay, maybe you got rejected from a situation, you were learning, you know, you ultimately thought this was going to be your success here, maybe a relationship, maybe a job, ultimately, but you had to stand your ground and you realized they're crossing your boundaries and you had to go. Okay, so the darker angels want you to cleanse. Again, we have cleanse here from the color oracle and cleanse here from the crystals. Let's see what else comes up here. We have Huckleberry, believing in a growing worth. Okay, again, you were believing in a situation and its growth and its potential. And then we have Stargazing, deciphering a calling purpose. Look how cleansing and how beautiful that is. They're just looking at the stars and nature. Okay, this is from the Outdoors Oracle. However, you're deciphering, you're figuring out your purpose, what it is you truly want, where that line is, just like the Seven of Swords here. What is that line between my calling and where other people are walking all over me? Okay, the darker energies are saying you are so influential. It's time for you to take the stage. And again, it's about balance. Okay. Whew. Here we go. Okay, so I'm going to read some of these. Let's see. We'll start with the red ones, the fortune cookies, because that is the blessings coming in from the dark side. We have achievement. Enjoy the limelight, you've earned it. Although on the family front, someone's health could cause some serious worries and sleepless nights. Okay? Maybe you're taking the stage and someone is maybe mourning is the vibe I'm getting too, but it's ultimately your time to shine. Okay, is what I keep saying, even with that Leo energy, and this achievement now confirms that. And then we have travel. Long distance communication will open up your life, exciting experiences for singles, and career advancement for others. We have twists and turns. It says carefully made plans could be thrown out the window as major changes and interruptions surround you. Make sure you get lots of rest to cope with all the upheaval. So just because the situation didn't work out, the darker angels are saying you may be traveling, maybe going on vacation. The darker energies are saying, but you have achieved something that you don't see, okay? And that it's time for you to take the stage, okay? Let's see what else. I seek truth and act upon my realizations. That goes with that Seven of Wands, standing in your ground. Beauty raises my vibration. I seek it out for healing and joy. Okay, seek out beauty, okay, for healing and joy. Every day I bring radical self-love to my mind, body, and spirit. Love yourself like no other is what the darker energies want you to do, because ultimately, again, this life is about balance. You gave a lot of energy to someone, they didn't give it back, and so now it's time to love yourself. I am loved beyond measure by the universe here. We also have power symbol, cleanse, another card that says cleanse. That's about the third time that it says cleanse, and it says purify and protect the physical body. Triple spiral, we have listening to divine wisdom and joyfully learning life's lessons. Like, the darker angels, the darker forces are seeing that you are learning from life's lessons, okay? That has came through several times. You've completed a cycle. You're powerful. It's time to cleanse, all right? And know that you're a goddess, okay? It says healing your feminine energy. We also have star. The silver energy of the star brings good luck and serendipity, okay? And then we have little luxuries. Generates luxurious experiences and surroundings, okay? So I see, maybe going stargazing, getting your money, but again, in the diversity, what heaven is saying, bring them back real quick. In this diversity, again, finding that balance between both logical and emotional intelligence, because some people are good at this element right here, being logical, knowing their facts, and that's all they run by though. But then they forget that we are, to trust the feelings as well, and that's what the Queen of Cups is about. Her kingdom is of emotion and trusting your emotions, being led by them, but not letting them master you, but you mastering your emotions, okay? So there's a balance that is needed, okay, to remember your feelings, to remember to cleanse and still be logical, to remember to love people regardless of their differences, okay? But still, the darker angels are coming through. When we have the little devil on one side and the angel on the other side, it's that vibe. They're like, the darker angels are kind of like You know, you gave too much to them. You need to, you know, maybe fight them or something with this Five of Swords coming up twice. But ultimately, know your power is what they're saying. Know that you are learning life's lessons at a greater element. Okay, let's see what else we have. We have the cat with independence, intuition, and balance. What I've been saying since the first with the Six of Coins. This is about balance. Cats always land on their feet, so they say, but also they represent resurrection because cats have 9 lives apparently to some traditions and stuff. So mainly about your independence, being you. Your darker angels, your darker forces are like, you know what? You've given too much to the world. It's time to take back. Okay, you also have Bear here. It says, be sensitive to where you are at and reflect where you would most need healing, where you want to go. The bear represents, taking some hibernation, going inward, resting, and then coming back out in springtime with your creativity and things like that. We have Maleficent. I love it. And it says create strong boundaries, like we already said several times here, but it's confirmation again. I pulled it from my fairy tale oracle deck, and it says create strong boundaries. Here we have Maleficent portrayed in the form of a dragon. In fairy tales and myths, dragons are the guardians of treasures. In the story of Sleeping Beauty, the prince must cut through the thick bushes and thorns to get to Aurora, but first, he must defeat the dragon. Many tried before and failed. Only true love is allowed to penetrate the boundaries that surround the prince. Wow, because there was, 2 of Cups right on beside that 7 of Wands there. And again, that's true love. The 2 of Cups right here is just true love on the other side of the boundaries. So your darker forces are saying, have some boundaries, and maybe that they can come through when their true love is revealed, right? And so let's see, penetrate the boundaries that surround the princess. It says having strong boundaries helps us to feel safe. Unfortunately, not everyone comes to us with our best interest in mind. Some might be mean-spirited, some just thoughtless or careless. Either way, it's important to protect what is sacred to us. Don't be afraid to say no. Just like we got this reject card. Your fallen angels, your darker angels want you to say no. No, not gonna happen. You're not gonna walk all over me. Give me some balance. Give me something to work with here. Give me some little luxuries. Okay, because I am a goddess, is what they want you to channel. And you are cleansing, okay? And you are loved beyond measure. And then you bring radical self-love to your mind, body, and soul. Have some boundaries. Have some, this bears have ferociousness, but they're also cute and cuddly. Bring some ferociousness to the table. Say no, okay? Nope, the scales are unbalanced is what your darker side is saying. Okay, we also have the moon, and then we have the sun. I love this combination because it shows cycles. It shows that we are different, like night and day sometimes with people, but we're all a part of the same universe, okay? It's all a part of life cycles, okay? What's that one? What's the song? What am I thinking of? What song am I channeling? Hold on. I can't remember. But this is, it shows cycles, and then we have sun with source, and then moon with perception. And again, the darkness is showing you that even this moon, it's like a new moon. That is, you're becoming a new you, okay? And shining. Again, we had Leo energy, your influence. You're going to be able to shine and not just be a reflection as well of that person. Like the moon, it was made to reflect the sunlight, okay? But no, you are your own sun, is what I'm hearing from the darkness, okay? Excuse me. And yeah, taking a different perception. Let's see what else comes through. Let's see, is this from our same stack? Let's see, we got, okay, conviction. No one listens to me. It says true statement. My voice is heard. So that's about maybe the 3rd, 4th time that your darker energies, the darker forces in this world are telling you that you have influence. Your voice is powerful. and it changes things. Okay, standing strong and communicate your message. The world is ready to receive what you have to share. That's powerful. We also have good fortune. Okay, you have some little luxuries, you have some good fortune because of your truth. Okay, and your darker energies want you to embrace it. It says trigger statement, there's not enough. True statement, I attract abundance. Okay, and it says feel the joy you would have once you have reached your goals here and now. You will achieve your dreams fastest that way. We also have send a pic from the darker energies of the universe. Sexting will make their effing day. We also have stop trying to control every damn thing. Let shit go. Don't be so extra. We have we can't be all the things. Your ass needs some help. Ask for it. Hire it. Make it happen. Right? You're trying to be all the things to someone. You're trying to overgive. And it's like, no, stop that. And then also stop trying to control everything. Yes, you can still touch your sexual side. Okay, you can embrace that sexual side of yourself is what I'm seeing. But it says check yourself. You're playing with fire. Watch who you are, you know, what agreements you're getting into. Okay, watch, you could be dealing with someone who is dangerous for you. And that's why it's good to have your boundaries. It's good to, you know, say no because ultimately they'll walk all over you. We also have rebel because fuck it. You need some fucking yoga in your life. Ancient shit is cool. It says stop texting, stop stalking, stop checking on that person, just fucking stop. It says spend your time on someone worth it, don't waste it on ridiculousness. Okay, that's the second time it's confirmed. This person, whoever cheated you, you know, your darker energies are saying you know, go find someone else, maybe sex them, send some sexy pictures with them, but leave this person. Stop stalking them, they're taking your energy. Just fucking stop. It says spend your time on someone worth it. Don't waste it on ridiculousness. So them darker angels, the darker energies are kind of clowning you right now. Like you just gonna let them walk all over you like that? Like just take your power? Nah. And you're playing with fire, but you are the sun. You're reflecting their energy when you need to be the sun. Okay, you're not just the moon. You are the sun, stars, and moon. And looky here again, we have stargazing. So we have sun, stars, and moon here. All the, you know, the darker energies are showing you that we are all connected. That this life has order. Everyone's different, just like the sun, moon, and stars. But you are the sun of your own life. Okay, don't be reflecting the moon just because you love them. Okay, your darker energies say, it says, it's dark and you can't see a fucking thing. Get your head out of your ass pronto. Dang, them darker energies coming through. Now, they do see you as the darker energies in this world, see you as the magical child. Okay, and it says seeing the potential for sacred beauty in all things, the belief that everything is possible. So you're the type of person who sees beauty in people even when they haven't shown you. Okay, just like again from the heavenlies here, they're like with this Queen of Swords, she's gonna be about, on this side, she's gonna be about logic, she's gonna be about facts. What are you doing to show me that you are, you know, not what everyone else says you are? What are you doing to show me the facts of who you are? Okay, but the Queen of Cups, she's gonna trust that person is good even when they have bad days and slip ups. But she still has boundaries. That's the thing about the Queen of Cups. She has boundaries so other people's, you know, emotional dramas and traumas don't become her own. But she has so much love and guidance to share with them on how to, you know, expand. But yeah, the darker angels and forces, they see you as a magical child. And it says seeing the potential for sacred beauty in all things, the belief that everything is possible. But on the shadow side, it says pessimism, depression, and disbelief in miracles, believing that energy and action are not required for growth. Okay, so again about that action thing, like I was just channeling and seeing, you know, the darker angels want you to again have balance and to see if they are about that life, or whether it be a job, situation, thing. The darker energies see you as a magical child, and they don't want you just to be walked all over. Okay, they say that you're magical. It's time for you to take the stage and whatnot. Let's see what else. We have jealousy. A person could be jealous of you. Okay, it says envy, punishment, changing course. Another thing about changing course. And you could be, punishing yourself. And a lot of things are showing that you just had to switch courses because it wasn't what you thought it was to be. And it's probably because there was some jealousy involved. Okay, I'm going to be real. Envy, punishment even. Time to change course, baby. Time to be led by the stars in your soul. Okay, let's see what else. We have choices. Yeah, it's like, oh goodness, this pile. It says feeling blocked and restrained. And Spirit is saying, even the darker forces are like, it's time to go another direction. It's time to make a choice to be your magical self and not be walked over and not be, again, if someone's not showing you the actions, like from the Gothic Tarot here, not showing you a balance, they gotta go. You gotta pursue other choices for the moment. Maybe they can change. I'm not saying they can't, but the darker forces, they want you to know things are, you're definitely fortunate. Things are, bound to happen for you. Just because one opportunity didn't succeed, we have the fortune's wheel with luck and right timing. So maybe you even had the right person, wrong timing. But ultimately, you need to pursue other things and keep your magic. Okay, is the vibe. We also have Lady de los Muertos. I hope I said that right, but it says acceptance and equality. It's the Lady of the Dead from the Halloween Oracle. I'm like, where's some books up in here? I want to read some books. Just a couple from the books. Hold on. I wanted to read that one, but bless, we'll keep going. All right, and so from the Fallen Angels decks, we have vision and diplomacy. Everything we've been talking about, diplomacy, is about, I dropped a card. Get it before my chihuahua does. Okay, but we have vision and diplomacy, meeting someone halfway, seeing both sides of a situation, and having the vision, because owls can see through the darkness, and some people try to use, and that's what this reading is about. Darkness, and they want to see, you can see right through other people's darkness. Okay, the dark side wants you to know that. But then we have nature here, spirit of nature, and it's the same vibe of this. Maybe take a vacation is the vibe from the dark side that even came through pile 1. Let's see, do I have any of my books here? So aggravating. I want to read from the books, just a couple cards from the books. Oh well, that's fine. Bless. I already know these cards. I read them all the time, so I pretty much, am improvising. But we also have false assumptions. This is simply a misunderstanding to let go of, and it says let go of the need to be right. So false assumptions could have been made. And again, this is asking you to stand. Your darker sides is still asking you to have boundaries and stand up for yourself. Maybe because they're making false assumptions based on their jealousy. Maybe you're not seeing something, and so Spirit is saying, hold on, yes, stand your ground. The darker energies are like, but you're also not seeing something is the vibe with false assumptions. This is simply a misunderstanding. Let go of the need to be right. Okay, and then I asked, what are the darker energies sending as blessings? We got the 9 of Swords. Maybe someone is going to be very anxious. Okay, I feel like someone else is going to be, I don't think this is for you because I asked for blessings from the darkness. This, your person or situation are going to be very anxious about their, decision to not be upfront with you, to not be honest with you. They're going to be woken up in the middle of the night, maybe even have nightmares. That's a blessing from the shadows. Okay, this is what I'm seeing here. Then we also have the first house. And so the shadows, the dark energies are helping you to find yourself again, be a little bit more selfish. The first house is our rising sign in astrology, and it's also the house of the soul and your body and who you are. And it says arrival. You're arriving right now. The dark angels are happy that you are proving, choosing yourself. We also have the element of water, which is interesting because the Queen of Cups came up from Message of the Light as well. And water, it says sensing, that's trusting your intuition, your gut instinct, okay? We could be dealing with the Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, could be in their chart, moon signs, rising, all of that. And then, that's crazy. We have the 5th house. And I said earlier about the 5th house being the house of pleasure. Again, and then also time to take the stage with that Leo energy I pulled earlier. This is ruled by Leo, the 5th house. And so your darker angels and the shadows are saying it's time for you to take the stage. You have intuitive gifts as well. Let's see what else. And Pisces. Okay, you've been feeling erased, maybe in a relationship or situation, you've been feeling erased, but no, now it's time for you to take the stage, is what the fallen angels are saying. Okay, and also trust your intuition and to dream, believe is the vibe. Let's see what else. We have the almost said Taurus, the bison, and you could be dealing with the Taurus, and it says, sacred buffalo, cloak me in your wisdom, keep me warm through the storms of life. Fill my life with goodness. Teach me the way of gratitude and prayer. And so many cards in your reading talked about cleansing, connecting to spirit. Even Pisces are very much known for knowing their purpose and being empaths. Okay, I also see, with that cleansing and Pisces energy, they can take on other people's energies and they can think they're crazy even, but it's just someone else's energy. So taking a spiritual bath, washing yourself. When you wash yourself, just be like, I wash away all word curses said against me. From head to toe, I break all curses said against me. Get off of me. Ew, get off of me. And just wash away other people's energy, other people's curses, other people's subconscious thoughts that they have imputed into you. Wash it away and take the stage is what your dark angels are saying. Okay, water. Pisces, okay, I see spiritual bath is what I'm seeing. And then they're asking you to stay prayed up. So taking a spiritual bath, enchantment over yourself, washing away your past even, and declaring over yourself, I am a new me. People are attracted to me. I go after what I want and what brings me pleasure, is what your dark angels are saying. To stay prayed up, to visualize and do some spell work, okay? Speak it into existence, write it down, visualize what you want in a relationship and your life as a whole, okay? Yeah, we have the owl, and I said that earlier about the owl looking through the darkness, okay? So it says magic. It says, choose to know the truth because you can. Open your inner vision. You can see through deception. Let the past go and make room for a better life. Rise up. Magic and wisdom are your birthright. Okay? You can see through people's bullshit is what I see here. Pile 2. And, you're a magical. I'm not saying curse nobody. Okay? Because, again, there could be some false assumptions here. There could be, this is simply a misunderstanding, let go of the need to be right, but being diplomatic, seeing through people's bullshit and you being like, you know what, I'm gonna do me, bye, okay, I'm gonna have to, it's dark. So this proves, again, it says it's dark and you can't see a fucking thing, to get your head out of your ass. So Spirit is saying the darker forces is you can see through people's darkness. And even the heavenlies are saying that with Queen of Swords and with the Five of Wands being diversity and people, arguing, the Spirit is saying you have a head on your shoulders. You have a heart. You have social intelligence here. You can see through their bullshit. You can have balance, and you need to know your worth, okay? You need to know that you're a queen. You have your divine feminine. What I pulled that earlier too from the affirmations, that you are a goddess, okay? And that you're healing your feminine energy. So, that being said, you can see through their bullshit and just stay prayed up that you have abundance. Bisons, they fed the some people don't like certain words. how do you say it? Indigenous, okay? They fed the indigenous people, and their bones were the peace pipes, and the fur, the hide, what they used it for shelter, clothing, food. So the bison was sacred, okay? And Spirit is saying you can make things last longer than, and that there's so much abundance in the land for you. Okay, but stay prayed up. Stay prayed up. Stay connected to source. Even the darker angels are like, all you need to do, look right here, make a wish. You are, it came through several times, you are the magical child. And that you have magic. Oh, look right here, even the owl says magic. You have magic on your side, okay? You can make it happen. And this is also saying to reject some things that aren't you. Maybe the divine showed you that a situation wasn't for you, so that you could embrace your magic and realize that you're even greater than the situation you were in, okay? So I'm going to read this last affirmation from the shadows that says, I am rich in miracles because I am the greatest miracle in the world. All right, rub that lamp, baby. And it says, you are a brew of the gods, magic and the impossible. You are a creation with as much wizardry as any in the universe. You have the ability to move freely and explore. You have the gift of communication and choice. You were born equipped with the power that only gods have, the power to create. It's the only power you need to manifest happiness and freedom forever. Okay, so your dark angels, your dark forces, they want you to remember your magic, your power. You're a magical child, but don't let people walk all over you. To have boundaries, okay? Maybe there was some miscommunications, they say, but ultimately you needed to walk away, okay? To cleanse, to remember your power, to remember your magic, to remember to take the stage, to remember your influence, okay? To remember yourself. Okay, they want you to be a little bit more selfish is the vibe. And again, you have a choice. You have choices in this life. You're not bound to just one situation. And you're not bound, you don't just have one miracle. You are rich in miracles because you are the magic. Okay, is what your darker powers are telling you. Let them be jealous. Let those haters hate, but you're on a new path. Okay? So blessings to everyone who picked the Bloodstone Crystal Skull, the Dragon Blood Crystal Skull. Please make a comment and let me know if this resonated in any way, shape, or form. Much love from Tarot King. I'm going to move on to pile 3 with the Obsidian Bat. Peace. What is up, everybody? This is pile 3 with the Obsidian Bat. Okay, y'all chose the little bat. My little Batsies. I'll call you Batsies from here on out. So this is, again, what are the darker powers, the darker forces, all lower earthly vibrational energies telling you? So we'll start with pile number 1. Excuse me, card number 1. And this is actually the main message that they have for you. Okay, now I pulled a lot, but the main message is Ace of Cups. Okay, and Ace of Cups is about love, new emotional, fulfilling options. Maybe finding a new love when you already have one. Okay, we are talking about darker energies, but they want you to be inspired because ultimately there is a cup overflowing of joy and love for you. Okay? Sometimes love can seem pretty evil, right? Or lower vibrational dark. But the darker energies bring you a message of love today. In this cup, I think, because it's from the Gothic Tarot, watch out for emotional vampires. I'm just going to throw that out there. Because in love, we get so attached to people and they really just want to suck our blood, okay? So just throwing that out there. And y'all did pick the bats. But with bats, it's an animal spirit of getting over your fear, getting over the shadows that you think are, that maybe you don't think that you can have love, but the darker forces are coming through with the powerful message that you do. We also have channel messages from the dark side. We have some good shit is about to happen. Don't let your issues fuck it up. Okay? Get some fucking sleep. You are being an ass because you are fucking tired. Face the pillow now. Okay? You need a good fucking cry. Get that ugly cry on. Let that shit go. Your soul will thank you. Okay? And then ask a fucking expert. Don't rely on your friends or the internet. Listen to a damn professional. Maybe get some therapy. Y'all, I'm picking up some issues here when it comes to love, or the validity of your own self-worth. If you're able to be loved, okay, but your darker forces, your dark side, your little devil on your shoulder, it's saying it's time. Let's see. We also have the Seven of Swords. Yeah, that's about thievery. It's about also imposter syndrome, feeling like there is failure even though you've had success. Okay, and this is Cinderella's mother here. Maybe you could be dealing with a narcissistic parent. You don't have to be, just throwing that out there. But yeah, Seven of Swords here. Excuse me. And then we have the Hierophant. Interesting, because the Hierophant is about spirituality, growing and learning. Okay, also this is the sheep from Zootopia. She was a villain. She ultimately made it seem like the lion was bad, like he had another agenda or something, and ultimately she was the mastermind behind it. She was the evil villain. Okay, she was a sheep in wolf in sheep's clothing, I guess you could say, but she was very sneaky. Okay, so you're dealing with sneaky energy here in your past, is what it looks like from the darker forces. The darker forces are telling you, okay, that there's something new. Okay, we have the Eight of Coins. This is about new studies, studying something new, whether it be a college class or even tarot or anything. You also have three hyenas. Maybe you have three best friends, three close friends, or yeah, something like that. But the Eight of Coins shows something new, studying something new, maybe gaining some abundance after learning some spiritual truths. Okay, but that you're learning. Both of these cards are learning. This could be spiritual learning or even learning for your abundance, is what I'm seeing on the darker side. We also have the Hermit. Okay, so you're very independent. You go inward, but again, okay, and the bottom of the deck is four. You guys got an extra card, by the way, from the dark forces. And so the bottom of the deck, though, is Four of Cups. And Four of Cups, typically there's someone sad on the card. They're bored as hell. You could be very bored. And Heaven is trying to hand you another cup that hits different than all the cups you've had. Okay, so for instance, Heaven is handing you love. In this case, it's the darker powers. And your darker powers, I think, see that you want love, but you also are very iffy on who the hell is giving you that cup, because obviously Captain Hook didn't have the best intentions. Okay. And so I see that you want love, and that the darker energies are seeing that, but that you're also very independent, like this Hermit here, that you go within. This is also Virgo energy, dealing with Taurus energy as well. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, and even the water signs, which is Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. Okay, if none of those signs hit, that's okay, but the main energies coming through is Virgo and Taurus. Okay, those are both earth signs, so throwing a Capricorn too with that coin in the middle. But anyway, it's about love. Okay, the darker forces, the message is that you should be overfilling with love, despite the trickery you have went through in your past. Also, maybe you weren't walking in your highest intention at one time, but then you find spirit, you found spiritual practices, you learned from someone else. Okay, is the vibe I'm getting. However, you're very independent. And the darker forces want to give you, I think, love, want to give you something to get rid of that boredom, to scratch that itch, if you know what I mean. Okay, let's see what else we have. Interesting. So from the darker forces, here are the gifts coming your way. It says society. Say yes to all the wonderful invitations coming your way. Excellent networking opportunities and new love interests for singles will be the result. Okay. Again, these are blessings from the darkness. Then we got sexuality. It says existing relationships could find a new passion and heightened sexual attraction. Opportunities for marriage and good family life are strong, but if single, beware of temptation that could lead to trouble. A child will also bring great joy. From the fortune cookies, you also got reflection. Friendships in your life may come to an end, others could blossom and become stronger. We also have planning. Now is the time to lay down the foundations for your future. Financial gains are more than likely. Yeah, you got a lot of earth energy here. You're very independent, but the darker energies are like, you also need love, okay? You also maybe could enjoy some sexual pleasure, okay, with someone, a warm body. Never done nothing wrong. It's kind of what your dark angels are saying. We got breaking bad habits, self-acceptance, excellent mental health, and letting go of vices. Okay, breaking the bad habits. Yeah. We also got time to shine. Creates the energetic resonance for golden opportunities. We have wishes come true. Rapid achievement of your dreams and wishes. Okay, so the fallen angels, these black cards are showing me, and the affirmations are showing what you have and you already. Breaking habits that you have inside of you, the ability to actually let go of these negative things and just take the stage with time to shine, and that your wishes are coming true more rapidly than you think, but you're in this bored energy here. We also have insight, opens the third eye to strengthen the intuition. We have the sun. Yes, the golden energy of the sun brings fame and fortune. All right, we also have, I accept that here now is exactly where I am and that it is a place of profound learning. And we have, I explore my wildness and dance in pleasure. And I will persist, my will is strong. So, the darker forces are kind of saying, enjoy your sensual side, okay? Even as I look at the Seven of Swords here and then the sheep, it's like going from tricky and sneaky to, yes, this is a card about spirituality, learning your life's lessons, and then even hard work comes right after that. Your hard work, yes, is bound to pay off, but spirit sees you're alone, okay? The shadows do. And they would use that even maybe to tempt you, because they're like, hey, with this four, of cups, you are bored here. And yes, you're pursuing all this greatness, but they're like, maybe let's just throw some love in there, some lust, okay? But ask a fucking expert is what they say as well. You need a good fucking cry, get some fucking sleep, some good shit is about to happen, is the main one. And again, don't let your issues fuck it up. So the dark angels, the dark energies want you to know that love is coming through, that maybe this imposter syndrome or just some issues from your past, I feel, with that Seven of Swords there, just causes you to want to be alone, to go inward to find the light. But the darker angels are like, we got something for you, and we don't want you to fuck it up because of your issues, okay? Now we also got Five of Wands here, and that's very fiery Leo energy. Could be in a diverse atmosphere. We got the Chariot. That's beautiful. Going forward with both shadow and light. Going forward though, going forward away from what other people thinks of you and opinions that you should live. We see that this made you find yourself even more, and you're going forward with that Chariot. We also got Cinderella, and it's weird because the first tarot card was Cinderella's mother. All right, Seven of Swords here. Okay, so Cinderella vibes. And it says, take time to dream. It says, Cinderella daydreams of going to the ball and dancing with the prince. She has a smile on her face as she imagines how wonderful it will all be. Daydreaming and visualizing are vital components in the creative process. The more energy, passion, and joy you put into your dreams, the more likely they will come true. All right? So put some passion, put some joy behind them dreams. All right? We also have Kingfisher, imagining a fleeting wealth. I feel like y'all are very focused on your money. Okay? We also have this rabbit here. It says Jackrabbit, tracking a clever creature's shadow. Okay. Maybe you need to do some shadow work. I feel like you're about to pounce on something, is the vibe I'm getting. Okay. And rabbits are about both fertility and abundance, so finding the balance between both. We have butterfly here. The dark power sent you up a dark butterfly. It says expect change, transformation, joy, elation, and growth in your life. We also got watermelon tourmaline. Okay, it says love, balance, and clarity. Okay, and it says relationships are the currency of life. This vibes with your first card I pulled from the Gothic Tarot, the Ace of Cups. It says relationships are the currency of life, and watermelon tourmaline raises awareness of soul agreements and your impact on other people's lives. It says the crystal is supercharged to activate the heart chakra, creating a divine connection between you and your higher self. Like the watermelon, it teaches you to enjoy the sweetness of life. Remembering good things often take time to ripen. Watermelon tourmaline balances masculine and feminine energies, connecting your heart chakra to both the physical and spiritual aspects of yourself. All right. Then we have a green card, which is associated with the heart chakra again, and it says empowered. The dark angels, the dark forces want you to be empowered. It says trigger statement, I don't want to be here. And so they see that you don't want to be here sometimes, that it's boring. And it says true statement, I'm exactly where I need to be. You are growing so much beauty and so much abundance in your life just by where you are now, just what you are learning right now. And it says you are ready to allow the energy from the divine and Mother Earth to fuel you as you fulfill your potential here. We also have yellow, my bad, yellow, which is associated with the solar plexus chakra, and it says independent. So you're very independent, like I said, and it says trigger statement, I am just like my mother or father. And it says true statement, I'm free to choose. Okay, so that diversity, interesting enough, I said something about maybe mommy issues with the Seven of Swords here and Cinderella vibes. You don't have to be like your father and your mother. And the dark angels, the dark forces want you to know it's okay to be different. Okay, that was their path. You're on a different path. It says, I'm free to choose. It says, excuse me, you are ready to break free of the conditioning that has bound you so that you may continue your journey of healing and growth. Okay, like the darker forces want you to know they saw what happened to you as a child, that they and again, it doesn't have to be nothing crazy, but they saw even the narcissism where you didn't receive the love that you thought you should, or you felt you had to live up to their expectations of maybe a tough parent, as a vibe I'm getting. Okay. And again, you are very independent, but you also need to experience love. Your darker side was telling you love and lust. Okay. Maybe even your past is kind of a cock block, I ain't gonna lie, where you're like, I don't even want to have relations with another because I could produce a kid in this crazy world that would end up like me or my mom or my dad. And like ultimately the darker forces are saying no, that you are independent, you need to be empowered, that love is coming for you, you need to work on some of these issues inside of you because love will be coming for you. Okay, from the darker forces. We also have happiness and passion. Okay, orange is associated with the solar plexus chakra. That's being confident in yourself. That's also, it's very fiery warrior energy, but it's a reminder that you can be confident in your sexuality. And then we have the red chakra with the root chakra, and it says passion, going after that fire. The darker forces are gonna be, giving you reasons to be happy, reasons to get your freak on, okay, instead of being bored. And, they want you to be happy. They just want you to be happy. All right, let's see what else. We have Tiger here, which is a very strong-willed, it's orange, like this orange card, and I think it vibes very well with your reading. It says tenacious tiger, courage, willpower, and strength. Fiery fur and wild stripes bless me with your passion and power. Okay, passion. Again, passion. Your dark angels want you to be passionate and not be cockblocked by that narcissist mother or narcissist you've dealt with, because they want you to find real love, real reasons to get your freak on, okay? We also have pray. All right, and it says stalked, invaded, and watched. Maybe you feel stalked, invaded, and watched maybe by parents. It doesn't have to be parents. I keep going back to that because of that Cinderella vibe, but someone is watching you. But I also feel like you are pouncing on what is prey, okay? You're finding out what that prey is to you, but also what prey is to this card's energy is it's like someone like who says they deserve what they get, you know, or they try to do something to your mind where you are like prey, okay? Like they're coming at you and they think that the universe is, you know, blessing you with curses, and that they try to like shower you down with this sneaky ass energy, okay? But no, you need to remember your worth is what your dark angels, your dark side is saying. Let's see what else. Yes, we have resurrection here with all these black cats. Cats are a sign of independence. Also, you know, again, why it says resurrection, they have 9 lives is what is known. That came up in other readings too, so you may even vibe with other readings, but it says reprise, recovery, and comeback. Okay, and as you see the orange stockings, more orange here about passion. Okay, maybe you'll meet you a witchy Halloween girl or a dude, okay? But ultimately you're coming back, and from being, I feel like maybe even in a past life people preyed on you, and like in this life you're bound to find your independence is coming through here, and resurrect a new you, okay? That's passionate, that has desire, that gets horny. I ain't gonna lie, that's the this is a reading from the dark side. Okay, we also have I want to be a queen, from Alice in Wonderland. It says stating your sovereignty, declaring freedom, passing a test. Like this said, you know, earlier about the parents, you know, I don't want to be the same as my parents, and your darker side is telling you you're a queen, that you're passing a test, that you're ultimately finding your sovereignty in this crazy world. Okay, shout out to your parents, but you ain't gotta be like them. We also have love. So this is big confirmation that the dark angels want you to find love, to find, you know, this is Aphrodite. In astrology, they connect Venus with Aphrodite, the goddess of love and pleasure and indulgence, okay? As you see all the roses, it's very romantic and sweet. And then we have this Ace of Cups that's overflowing. So definitely your darker energies want you to find love, okay? If you haven't already, but something to be passionate about. Okay, we also have 2 animal spirits. We have the snow leopard, and it says self-reliance. So you're very independent, obviously. And it says you are strongly independent and often solitary. Integrity is important for your best outcome. Cloak yourself with invisibility and walk with the shamans. Use your intuition and let your life unfold in silent perfection. So definitely, like the snow leopard, you're finding your independence, but also you got 2 spotted cats here, big cats too, and you have the black jaguar, old soul. I've been reading animal spirits before I read tarot, even for about 15 years now, and this, you know, this animal spirit, it means taking back your power. It means also secrecy, deep sexual fantasies, and embracing it and being who the fuck you are, you know, whether that be alone or with someone else. I feel like someone else has to do with it, but finding love, but also remaining yourself, you know, independent, finding that light within, but taking back your power as a whole. You know, touching on your shadow side. We got a new moon, new me over here, an eclipse going on. It's dark. That's what the message is for. It's from your dark side. And it says again, Walk through life with confidence and grace. You have power from beyond the world. Focus on what you really want. You can create your dreams. And earlier we had fast achievement of your dreams. So maybe your dreams are even communicating to you, from the darker side, and they're trying to be like, hey, you got some money on the way, but what will really spice your life up? Let's see what else. We have Don Juan here. You're a player, okay? It says spotlights your positive, seductive qualities. Your darker side is very sensual. It wants love. It wants passion. It wants to get its freaky, okay? The darkness one is supporting you in that as well, okay? Could be dealing with someone with red hair. Don't have to be red or blonde hair. Could wear a lot of black or red. All right, but it says spotlights your positive, seductive qualities. Your sensuality. We also have Taurus here. Okay, Taurus is ruled by Venus, which I've already pulled. We have Hierophant, which again connects to Taurus here. So, and then it says cultivate. So Tauruses are all about making that money, but stopping to smell the roses. And Taurus rules the second house in astrology of what we own. So as you pursue what you own, remember to stop and smell the roses is what the dark angels are telling me for you. All right, we got a little bit more. We have strength and turmoil. Okay, and then the fallen angel history. Yeah, something to do with your parents, something to do with your history, but you finding strength within that turmoil. I don't know where my fallen angel book is, so I'm just gonna keep on reading. We have meditation and stillness. So there's still a very spiritual element coming through, and blessed. This is a reading from the dark spirits, okay? So they're wanting you to connect to your spirit. They're wanting you to take that peace. You are introverted already or independent, and get some deep quiet, and you're going to find some answers too. It says meditation and stillness. Definitely have lots of change. We already had the butterfly and the mummy coming through, and it says change after, much time. Okay, maybe you feel wrapped. I think of mummies as resurrection because what's that movie? The Mummy. We also have spiritual practice, which very much aligns with the Hierophant and this deep, quiet meditation and stillness. Okay, and it says, making time for your spiritual practice will assist you with clearing your mind and restoring your inner peace. You have something inside of you, I feel, that needs to be settled out, that needs to be reminded like you're the boss, okay? Because again, some good shit's about to happen, and the dark, forces don't want you to dwell on the past or the shadows, okay? They don't want your issues to mess it up, it said, okay? But we also have an affirmation. Let's see. Oh, wow. We have so much Taurus energy. We have the second house on what is coming your way from the darkness, maybe some blessings from the dark side. We got the second house. We have Capricorn. Okay, that's the devil in tarot, but Capricorn's about money. Their key phrases I use and also I master. So I feel like you're mastering some things, bringing in that money from the dark side, okay? And then we have more Capricorn energy with truth. Okay, so your truth, living your truth, growing up is the vibe. Being independent, okay? Away from your parents and being just who you are, and also your sexual side is coming through strongly from the dark side. We have an affirmation here. It says, my emotional fear is an illusion, which is awesome because again, the bat that y'all picked is about fear, the animal spirit anyway. And it says, my emotional fear is an illusion. And it says, you are a hunk of magical meat strapped to a skeleton made of stardust. You are raging through space on a giant rocket approximately 67,000 miles per hour around a giant ball of fire and an infinite abyss. Be brave and bold in your quest because you are a product of the impossible. Alright? You take it off. And, the blessings that we got from the dark side, we have the Three of Coins. And the Three of Pentacles is about mastering your craft and also getting money, but also collaborating with others, okay? Now that I did all of y'all's shadow reading, I waited till the last to read the light, the message from the light, because, I can't just do a whole reading on darkness, okay? We gotta throw some light in there. So just Okay, so the darkness, typically what they say is very aligned with the truth. Okay, they, even if you think back into Genesis, where in the Bible, where the snake is tempting Adam and Eve to eat the fruits of the knowledge of good and evil. He said, eat this fruit, and it's gonna be, you'll be like God. You're gonna have knowledge of both good and evil, and you'll be like God. Okay, that happened, but pardon me. But they still had to leave the Garden of Eden, and that's a whole nother subject for another day. But I'm just saying, the darker energies, it do be sounding like the truth. But now here's a message from the light. Okay, first of all, Spirit wants you to know you are so smart. You are intellectually smart. You have the King of Swords here. Maybe you're also trying to live up to a father figure who is smart, okay? Maybe it could be Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, doesn't have to be. It could be Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. But they want, the dark, no, this is from the light. And the King of Swords is someone who is so wise, but in your wisdom, Spirit wants you to know with this Ten of Pentacles, it's about both financial and family stability. And that you have a family coming, okay? The darker energies know it. Heaven knows it. You are leaving a legacy, okay? You are teaching even your children how to be something of a better value that you didn't want to pass down, maybe even from a past generation. You're learning your truth, how to attract abundance, how to be logical. And you're going to have a beautiful family. Okay, you're leaving a legacy, a mark in this world, and mainly it's rooted in your intelligence. Okay, and yeah, like your vibe attracts your tribe is what I always say with the Ten of Pentacles. And this worm, he's having a glass of wine. There's a dog on the floor. Oh, it's so beautiful. You will have stability. You will have family. And you will have both financial and family stability. And you are so smart, okay, but you also need family. Yes, you're almost robotic with that knowledge here with the King of Swords, but you also need family and money and warmth and just a place to stay that you can call your own. A peace of mind is what I see coming through with both of these cards, because the King of Swords, it's all clear. All these are clear skies up here. I see a peace of mind coming for you, but you need patience, and you are learning your lessons. And just where you are, even like this dark side said, just where you are is a place of profound learning. But where you choose to go is up to you. But ultimately, Pile 3, getting over your fears when it comes to family is the ultimate vibe from both dark energies and light. Woo! I hope that resonated with somebody out there, okay? I just pour my all into these readings and hope that somebody gets a message. If it resonated with you, my Batsies, let me know. Whoever chose the Bat Obsidian with pile number 3, it was my pleasure to give you this message from the dark side. Let me know, if it resonated. If it didn't, maybe pick another pile or whatever, okay? So much love. Peace from Tarot King.